Hi, I'm Janet Quinn. I have a PhD in nursing research and theory development. I'm an adjunct associate professor at the University of Colorado in the School of Nursing, and I'm the director of HaelanWorks in Lyons, Colorado. I went to New York University to get my master's in nursing, and it changed my world. When I started studying with Martha Rogers directly about four-dimensionality and energy fields, and then I took an elective my last semester that was called Frontiers of Nursing Science. It was offered by Dolores Krieger. It was the first time it was being offered, and it was teaching therapeutic touch. And I thought it was ridiculous. I mean, I needed the elective. And so I sat there like with my arms across my chest, for like half the semester. And then Dolores Krieger used me as an example and did therapeutic touch on me. And I had experiences that were, undeniable to me. And so I really decided at that point to learn it. Shortly after I had learned therapeutic touch, my mother was diagnosed with metastatic cancer of the bowel. And I moved to California to take care of her until she died. And I used therapeutic touch all the time for her in terms of managing her symptoms and her pain. And towards the end of her dying process, people sleep all the time. So she was sleeping for days, and I was sitting next to the bed, as I did for days. And I'm not sure how many minutes went by, but at some point, my mom, who had been sleeping for days, opened her eyes, and she turned her head, and she looked at me. She looked directly into my eyes, and she said, "You make it so much easier. You make it so much easier." And then she just smiled at me, and she closed her eyes and was back to sleep. And those are the last words that she ever said to me. And during those times then, and all the experiences I had working with her, there were so many that really shattered my worldview, that told me you either have to deny your own experience, or you have to acknowledge that the world is not the way you've assumed it to be. There's a different model of reality. And I made the decision to go with that and not deny my own experience. And it's made all the difference. We're called to make it easier. We're called to make it easier for nature to do what nature does. We're called to make the way easier for patients, for families, for communities. And that is actually, it requires a different way of being. I have two different visions of nursing. I think that if we don't reclaim our roots as healers, if we don't really begin to practice out of a caring, healing framework, there is the possibility that nursing won't exist. Because if we continue to think it's about the treatments and the therapies, and then we continue to find other ways to deliver those treatments and the therapies, people do it now. Well, then what do you need a nurse for? They're very expensive. We can do this for less money. Nurses need to really reclaim what is true, which is that their presence and their caring is the most critical healing variable. And I think we can do it. We have a global connection now that technology is providing us as nurses, where we can connect with each other and listen. We're hearing it here at this conference. Listen to nurses from countries all over the world, so disparate in language, but the heart is the same. The heart of caring is the same heart. The heart of healing is the same heart. The intention to be an instrument for transformation is the same intention. It doesn't matter what words you put on it or what language you speak. The heart of nursing is caring and healing.